Sportsmanship starts with you.
Good sportsmanship means showing respect to student athletes, coaches, officials, and those around you.
Good sportsmanship is about character, accountability,
and setting a positive example in and out of competition.
Before the game starts, remember,
sportsmanship starts with you.
We watch sports to see the unexpected. We play sports to feel something. Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. But our reputation wasn't given to us, it was earned. We are the rising stars, the grinders, the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. From the backyards and backfields to the back rooms and backstage, we put in the work, and we're starting to reap the rewards. We've got events wacky and wild. Big and small, we host them all. And that old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the essence are silent. Let's go!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the County Soccer Complex here in the capital city of Des Moines for your 2024 Iowa High School Athletic Association State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Back here on field number 9, it is the 4A quarterfinals. It's the number 1 seed Johnston Dragons at 17-2, taking on the 12-3 Iowa City High Little Hawks. Hello, everyone. Blake Walker with you here along this evening. Our final game of the day here on field number 9. We have set our 3A, 2A, 1A semifinals, and now it's set to set our 1A or our 4A semifinals in just a few moments. We cannot wait to see what we have in store here today. Take a look at your road to state for both these two teams. It was a victory for Iowa City High and a win over Des Moines Roosevelt, 2-1. Also beat Ankeny Centennial, that we have the wrong graphic on the screen, but Iowa City High was your winner against Des Moines Roosevelt and Ankeny Centennial. And then Johnston, the Dragons defeated Des Moines Lincoln 2-0 and defeated Sioux City East 6-2. Taylor Salinas, the freshman, one of the top goal scorers for Iowa City High this year, 10 goals. Jack Dancer, 7 goals. Ben Borger-German, 41 saves this year, 85% save percentage for the sophomore. And on the other side, a pretty senior-heavy Johnston lineup. Your defending state champions looking good. Carlos Martinez, 12 goals this year, 9 assists. Carl Leach, 9 assists, 4 goals. And Cole Hansen, 58 saves and an 82% save percentage. We are in for a good one tonight. A 1 seed has already gone down today. Iowa City High going to try to be another 8 seed to try and advance to the Class 4A semifinals. When we come back, we'll introduce you to the starting lineups and get you ready for kickoff. This is the Class 4A quarterfinal. You're watching free coverage of the quarterfinals presented by the Iowa IHSAA. We'll be right back with more. You're watching the 2024 IHSAA State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
In Iowa, we are fortunate to have a lot of opportunities to get involved in at our schools.
Athletics and activities have so many positive effects.
From learning how to build relationships
and healthy lifestyles.
and gain self-esteem and confidence.
Make participation a priority. You and your school will benefit.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, an Iowa farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. As proud title sponsor of the state soccer tournament, the Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to creating a vibrant future for Iowa through partnerships and programs that help cultivate individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. Making it to the state tournament is a great accomplishment that takes a lot of support. That's why we provide millions of dollars in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence. And to help celebrate this achievement, the Iowa Farm Bureau provides commemorative soccer balls for each team competing in the state tournament. These keepsakes are a great way for these athletes to remember their experience here, as well as the teammates, coaches, parents, teachers, and mentors who've all played an important role in their journey. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau, congratulations to all the players and coaches on an outstanding season, and good luck in the tournament.
Welcome back to the Iowa Boys State Soccer Tournament, the IHSAA State Soccer 4A quarterfinal here at the County Soccer Complex here in Des Moines, Iowa. Johnston, the Dragons, taking on their foes down I-80 in Iowa City. The Iowa City Little Hawks ready to get going for our Class 4A quarterfinal here this evening, our final game of the day. Take a look at your bracket here for the Class 4A side. Johnston faces Iowa City High at the bottom of this bracket. The winner of this game will play Iowa City West versus Valley. That will take place at about 10 minutes after our game has started. On the other side of the bracket, Waukee Northwest will take on Pleasant Valley, and Dowling Catholic will face Ankeny. That is your field of teams here in the Class 4A quarterfinals. Championship and semifinal matchups will take place on Friday night for Class 4A, and those will take place at either Drake Stadium or MediaCom Stadium. That will be determined at the end of this game. We'll figure it out. We'll toss that along. So, County Sports Complex, happy to be the home of first-round action. And then after this, we head over to Drake and play at the famous Blue Oval and the MediaCom Stadium, both of which are turf. Both have locker rooms, both phenomenal facilities to keep an eye out on. It is a beautiful night for soccer. There is no doubt about that. It has been a beautiful week here at the County Sports Complex. Currently sitting at 72 degrees, got up to 60 or 76 so far during the day. And it looks like sunset is set for 8:40 this evening, so we might get done with this just before the sun crests over or behind the horizon here this evening. 65 degrees, going to get down to about 53, it looks like, in the morning. So nice and chilly morning here in the Metro. And the boys will get tomorrow off, and they'll be back on Friday to continue their state championship hopes. Johnston, your defending state champion last year, defeated Iowa City West. They look to go back-to-back here and try to get away with a huge victory to start things out against Iowa City West. City West, winners of 3 out of their last 5 losses to Iowa City West and Cedar Rapids, Washington. They did take down Des Moines Roosevelt in the regional championship game in a 2-1 victory. Johnston defeated Sioux City East. They're 5-5 in their last 5 games. One of those wins coming against Iowa City West, 1-0. So the team's getting done with their pregame rituals here, and we are about to get set for your Class 4A quarterfinal between the Johnston Dragons and the Iowa City High Little Hawks. Red and white taking on the purple, black, and gold. We will send it down to the field for your pregame introductions in just a few moments.
and gentlemen, the Iowa High School Athletic Association and the City of Des Moines welcome you to County Soccer Park and this, the 2024 Boys State Soccer Tournament. This quarterfinal match is Class 4A, features the Little Hawks of Iowa City High and the Dragons of Johnston. Let's meet the players and coaches of both teams. First, for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Little Hawks of Iowa City High, introducing the non-starters and assistant coaches. Number 3, Keegan Holland. Number 5, Gabe Egeland. Number 13, Beckett Roos. Number 14, Whitman Bozarth Gredeman. Number 16, Henry Renaud. Number 17, Jude Gertis. Number 19, Taylor Salinas Bascadano. Number 21, Ali Witt. Number 22, Jaden Lee. Other players on the team, Rui Torres y Torres, Timothy Kelly Harvey, Will Perro, and Wagdi Danya. Assistant coach, Ben Steve, Sariv Rukakiza, and Jason Maccabi. Now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Dragons of Johnston, introducing the non-starters and assistant coaches. Number 1, Josh Adams. Number 26, Gerald Wah. Number 4, Mason Huck. Number 5, Sam Daniels. Number 12, Enoch Basaguchi. Number 14, Angel Miramontes. Number 15, Tegan Sieverdeen. Number 16, Jack Cohen. Number 11, Rurimisha Iwahari. Number 20, Marcos Paleo Pintor. Number 21, Lau Moya. Number 22, Perry Newman. Number 23, Torlawo Monger. Assistant coach, Matt Gabor, Jared White, and Ian Dean and Tim Stork. On to the starters for City High. Number 2, Alex Chappell. Number 4, Jackson Nichols Lindsay. Number 6, Noah Simbia. Number 7, Lucas Riley. Number 9, Jonah Bowen Burke. Number 10, Jack Dancer. Number 11, Tatum Bourne. Number 5, Joel Eckhart. Number 18, Josh Borger German. Number 20, Seth Zetmethel. And in goal, number 1, Ben Borger German. The Little Hawks, with a record of 12-3, are coached by Jose Michael Fajardo. And now it's time for the starting Dragons. Number 3, Mason McKnight. Number 6, Jonathan Amisi. Number 7, Carlos Martinez. Number 8, Donovan Prindle. Number 9, Kyron Pope. Number 10, Kale Leach. Number 13, Caden Wynn. Number 17, AJ Colocho. Number 19, Dylan O'Connor. Number 25, Isaiah Lamarck. And in goal, number 0, Cole Hansen. Head coach of the Dragons is Jimmy Bizzell with a record of 17-2 on the season. Your officials for this game, as assigned by the Iowa High School Athletic Association, are center referee Trent Payne. Your AR1 is Ethan Dix, AR2 Brad Mowinkle, your fourth official Milton Audas. Gentlemen, the field is yours. Good luck.
And before we begin today's game, we'd like to once again thank the Iowa Farm Bureau for presenting the 2024 Boys State Soccer Tournament. As sole title sponsor of the Iowa High School Athletic Association, Farm Bureau recognizes athletic and academic achievement on the field and in the classroom, helping to nurture Iowa's future leaders. Alrighty, well, we are ready to go. the 8 seed, Iowa City High at 12-3, taking on the 1 seed, Johnston Dragons at 17-2. A good year for both these two teams, and now a chance to go at it here at the state tournament in the Class 4A quarterfinal. Iowa City High tonight will be in all white with the red numbers. Johnston will be in purple and black with the white numbers. So time is 7:01. And we are ready to go. This game looks like it will finish before we hit sunset, so going to be a little bit of a sun issue, if anything, for some of these players if you're looking off to the west. But other than that, should be a beautiful night for soccer. A lot of the fans have gathered on the far side bleachers because of the sun. So not many people on our near side. We're off and running here in this one. Iowa City High and Johnston, the Little Hawks and the Dragons. Defending state champion Johnston trying to move on, defend the title. Iowa City High trying to play spoiler here in this one tonight. Johnston, 58 goals scored this season. Iowa City High right behind them, 50 this year. One of the crazy thing is 53 assists this year for Johnston, just 6 assists for Iowa City High. Everybody going after it on that far line. Josh Borger-Gurman and company also there. Jack Dancer. Dancer takes a tough hit, and he's down on the turf. I believe that's Dancer. Ball in the middle of the turf here. A couple players go down. There's still one player down for Iowa City High. Still haven't stopped play just yet. That one will roll out. And I believe we're going to have our first injury timeout. And yes, it is our first injury timeout on the field. And I believe that is Jack Dancer down there for Iowa City High. It is actually number 20, Zethamel. So Zethamel will hop on up, and he'll be off to the sideline. They're going to check on him. So quick little stoppage there to start things out. Dragons trying to work this thing back to the middle. And the Little Hawks have it back. Going to try to work their way back downfield, and it's picked up immediately. And up ahead to the front lines. Caden Nagayan up here for Johnston. And here comes the Little Hawks. Slide tackle attempt. They say it's clean. Turned back upfield by Isaiah Lamarck. And a push upfield by Cale Leach. Leach kind of missed times with Carlos Martinez. Martinez, one of the captains of this Johnston offense. Iowa City High in the all-white. Johnston in the purple. On a bright, sunny evening. Sunset's going to probably be an issue here for a couple guys, no doubt about it, as we head towards sunset. Sunset is timed for 8:40 this evening. This one's going to jump ahead. Shot on goal, not going to go. Carlos Martinez was the one going after it, and Ben Borger-Gurman is the one who makes the stop back in the goal. Near side ball going to roll out. Alex Chappell off his leg. throw-in upcoming for Dylan O'Connor. Connor to the back line to Lamarck, and over on the far line to Mason McKnight. Dragons kind of taking their time here for the first couple minutes, trying to get a feel out for the most part. Near side ball, Dylan O'Connor sends it upfield. Nagayan's right there, and that one is knocked out of bounds. Throw in over on the far touchline here, or near touchline, far corner for O'Connor. That one's knocked in the air and deflected back by Iowa City High. Hear the train going off over here on the tracks closest to the county soccer complex. Happens about every 45 minutes, every hour, honestly. That one's caught by Ben Borger-Gurman and sent back the other way. Hoping he doesn't have to stay too busy tonight. A rough slide tackle from behind on Jonathan Amisi. And a free kick opportunity here for City High. So the Little Hawks will get a chance for a good free kick opportunity here, honestly. Kick on the way, headed high in the air. Two Johnston players go after it, and it'll be corralled by Nigan. And Nagayan sends it all the way up the pitch, and it'll be corralled by Tatum Bourne. Bourne, that one picked up over on the far line by Jack Dancer. And right back to Tatum Bourne. Bourne going to launch this thing down the pitch. The wind currently blowing to the, or out of the southeast. Wind has changed directions all day. Really no surprise, but there's been no consistent wind movement for the most part. A throw in for Iowa City High. Trying to stay up on the aggression here on the offensive side. Got to figure out what your strategy is here against the number one team in the state. Obviously, the number one team set out rankings. The Boys Association decided to do what they did for football and basketball, where they ranked the teams on a committee full of former coaches, coaches in general, former people that have worked in the business here for state soccer, a couple media members, and that kind of made up a committee, and in that committee, they created a weekly top 10 for soccer rankings, and those rankings thus created and helped create the state brackets. Really nicely done by the IHSAA. Long boot downfield. And this one is skied up out of bounds by Cole Hansen, the goalkeeper, here into the bleachers. Iowa City High here in this game, and then on the other side, Iowa City West and Valley on the other end. I'm sure a lot of people would love to see an Iowa City High, Iowa City West semifinal match. The CIML teams are going to try to have something to say about it. Either way, you're probably going to get a repeat matchup if one of the other wins. Nagayan working his way inside. Crosser to the middle, and it's cleared out by the Little Hawks. Nagayan wide open on the backside, and he just missed his footing on it. He'll try to center back to the middle again, and nobody's home. Picked up in the middle by Noah Simbabia. Little Hawks try to get downfield here, and this one's going to be cleared back up by Isaiah Lamarck. And we'll roll all the way back to the goalkeeper, Hansen. Hansen back here with it, goes right back over to Lamarck, and Johnston will try to push. Trying to wait for that right opening, and running away with it is Jack Dancer. Dancer gets around one. He'll set himself up, fires. No handball. Looked like it just caught his forearm or his elbow. That one's kicked out. Iowa City High ball. A race for the corner here. One-on-one, trying to turn it. Really good defense by Kyron Pope. And in the middle, Johnston has it back and clears out. Apologies to Iowa City High fans if I said Little Hawkeyes at one point. I think I remember growing up, I would always see, obviously a huge Hawkeye fan I was, still am, but I'd always see the red Tiger Hawk, and I'd be like, oh, wow, that's the Little Hawkeyes. Little Hawks is the correct way to go about it. A couple guys hit the ground here trying to go after the ball. We had a huge issue in our first game of the day in Class 3A. Dew point was so big overnight that leftover dew was left on the grass, and so many players slipped in that first game between Des Moines Hoover and Indianola. Has not been that much of an issue the rest of the day, but if you're not careful, you can get caught up by it. Nagayan with it here. He gets tripped up. No call. And up ahead goes Iowa City High. A tack led by Josh Borger-Gurman. Long boot downfield and another quick header. Both teams actually pretty even right now. I don't know if anyone has a true advantage. A far sprint up ahead. Number 17, AJ Colocho couldn't quite get it, and that kick by Nagayan won't go as it's caught by Bent Borger-Gurman. Good defense there by Iowa City High. That one a little bit awkward off the face. Simbaba almost got there in a second. Back and forth we go, up and down the pitch. Carlos Martinez with it here for a second. Now it's right back to Caden Nagayan. Nagayan slips, falls just a little bit. High up in the air and knocked back. Little Hawks trying to get downfield, and the whistle is blown on Johnston. We're going to call it on AJ Colocho. City High gets a free kick here. Lines and fires. Johnston kind of waiting there in the middle. A couple more guys hit the ground, and it's a race up to go get it for Colocho. And it will roll out. City High gets it right back. Little Hawks go right back to the goalkeeper here, and Gurman tries to send it out, but the header is missed by Alex Chappell, so the ball's going to go right back to Johnston. Throw in by O'Connor. Nagayan racing up ahead, centers over to the middle. City High is there to corral, and Johnston tries to reset with Jonathan Amisi. Little Hawks trying to turn it, trying to get it back around, kick back upfield, and another quick jumper. They'll sit and wait. On back to the back line for the Dragons. Lamarck gotten a few good touches here. Nagayan once again tries to center it. Boy, he's if there's going to be a goal tonight for Johnston, I feel like it might come off the leg of Nagayan. He has been everywhere. Whether it be an assist or the actual goal itself, just be prepared. He's everywhere. City High tight roping it. That's Josh Borger-Gurman. They'll try to center here back up the middle. Already an update for you on the other field. The winner of this game's opponents, Iowa City West, has taken a 1-0 lead over Valley. And they're not even 5 minutes into that one. Meanwhile here, no score, but Johnston's on the door, knocking away. And a whistle is blown, offsides. Iowa City wants to go quick. And it looks like Iowa City West has just scored again. So it's 2-0 in less than 5 minutes over there. And we got a trip and a foul called on Iowa City High. So another good spot here for Johnston to try to take the first points of the evening. So the Dragons will line this one up and go for it here. Looks like it's a combination of Carlos Martinez and AJ Colacho. See who goes with the kick. It's also a little bit of sun in the goalkeeper Ben Borger-Gurman's face. So keep an eye out for that. The kick goes off a City High player, so Johnston didn't get what they wanted. And then it's knocked back away by Tatum Bourne. And I'd say that worked out pretty well for the Little Hawks to come away with nothing given up. Short, quick tap in there, going to go right back. And a kick high in the air is going to be dropped down. And out. Kickball upcoming for Iowa City High. Long boot up the pitch. Johnston's been on offense quite a bit, on the offensive attack, I should say, quite a bit in the last couple minutes. City High looking for a response. Jonathan Amisi with it there. He'll go up ahead to Cale Leach. Leach works around one and just barely a slide tackle out of there. And the Dragons will get a corner kick upcoming with under 25 minutes to go here in the first half. So corner kick upcoming by Cale Leach on the way. It's high and picked up right into the lap of Gurman, Borger-Gurman. And City High wants to run. Zimbabwe up ahead to Lucas Riley, and Riley gets beat to the point and won't have a chance. Boot away by Iowa City High. I tell you what, Ben Borger-Gurman has a leg. I mean, he can just boot that thing with ease. All the way down the pitch, Carlos Martinez. Going to head upfield, and here's a chance for the Dragons. Mateo Munguia, I believe, is the one down there. Johnston tries to clear up all the way down. Nice save by Chappell in the back. And here's O'Connor. O'Connor upfield, and it rolls out, and it will be Iowa City High ball. Substitution in for the Little Hawks. Looks like Seth Zethamel is back in. After his slight injury there in the first couple minutes. He went down in the first 3 minutes, I believe. So good to see him back out on the pitch. Battle for the ball. Rui Torres, or excuse me, Jonah Bowman Burt was there for a second. Thought that was an 8. That was a 9. The goalie, Cole Hansen, got a touch there. He hasn't been too busy this first half, kind of keeping himself in check. Looks like Valley has just scored against Iowa City West, so now a 2-1 game. They're in for a high-scoring one. They already have 3 total points combined in less than 10 minutes. Meanwhile here, no score between your 1 and 8 seeds. And I tell you what, for both the girls' tournament yesterday and the boys' tournament today, I've called all the 1-8 matchups, and I can tell you right now, none of them have been blowouts, all of which have been very close in their own way, and O'Connor drills an Iowa City High player right in the face. Obviously not intentional, but I can't quite tell who that is, but he got drilled right in the face by the ball. They'll high-five each other, say they're all good. That was Seth Zethamel, and poor Seth just can't seem to catch a break. He might, looks like he's going to be okay, but I didn't know if the official would say go check on him for a quick concussion protocol, but I think he's going to be okay. Another player hits the ground. That's a whistle and a foul on Iowa City High. Foul goes on Lucas Riley. So an upcoming free kick here for the Dragons. But as I was saying, none of these 1-8 games have really been blowouts in both girls and boys that I've called in the last 2 days, all of which have been very tight. They're very competitive. It's just you have that target on your back. If you're the 1 seed, the 8 seed would love to take you down, and we saw that in Van Meter and West Branch. Martinez kick on the way. Wonderful job. Ben Borger-Gurman lets it drop into his lap, and he has got another save. O'Connor. Again, another strong hit. That one's going to bounce off of Zethamel. Didn't hit him in the face that time, so he got lucky there. And a throw in here for the Dragons. Under 20 minutes to go here in the first. Nagayan works his way to the middle where Jonathan Amisi sits, and that one's going to go long and out. City High ball. Long boot down the middle. O'Connor jumps out in front. City High might have a chance here. Nagayan on a 1-on-2, and Chappell clears out. Good job by Alex Chappell to stay in front of that one. Near side ball, Nagayan. Guarded by Chappell, kind of weighing his options here. He'll go to the back to O'Connor. O'Connor tries to center, and Iowa City High is right there. One thing about Johnston and Iowa City High, out of more teams I've noticed today than anything, they love to talk. And by talk, I mean just talk with their teammates. Shot on goal is good! AJ Colocho sneaks it in after a couple rebounds, and Johnston takes the 1-0 lead. I guarantee what I was saying, they love to just talk with each other, communicate what they're saying, where they want to go, and just like that, the Dragons have a 1-0 lead over Iowa City High. 18:31 to go in the first half. Very, very nicely done. So we'll see if City High can respond here, but a phenomenal start by the Dragons. Took a little bit, about 22 minutes to be exact, but eventually figured it out. Another long hit back down the field, picked up by Ben Borger-Gurman. he's resetting as well. Just got to kind of get your bearings straight, kind of reset and figure things out here. It's just a matter of response. Iowa City High started out really well offensively, held possession strong for the most part, but then here in the last couple minutes, last 10 minutes or so, it has flipped the script, and Johnston has been the one that's really started to pick things up offensively, and City High really just hasn't had the ball down here. Out of bounds, it will stay with City High, and Chapel will throw in. Out of bounds, goes right back to Johnston. And a couple Dragons substitutions will jump in here. Nagayan will check out along with Kyron Pope, it looks like, is out. So a couple fresh legs in. And a whistle here. Officials weren't quite ready to get going. So they'll wait for a second and reset us here. Low line boot picked up. And on the backside, here comes Jack Dancer. Dancer gets around one. All the way upfield to Taylor Salinas. Salinas fires and misses to the left. Very talented freshman. Leads the team in goals this season, but just couldn't find it there. And it goes back to the Dragons. Winner of this game takes on the winner of Iowa City West and Valley. That will take place on Friday night at 7 o'clock at either Mediacom Stadium and or Drake Stadium. Very exciting to see the state soccer tournament get over to Drake Stadium. County Sports Complex, obviously very good. Great host today. A lot of fans out here in attendance. And it's just kind of a hidden gem if you've never really seen it. Just kind of here on the southeast corner of the metro, and we get a beautiful view of the Principal and Ruan building downtown Des Moines from our spot. We can see it right here over the trees, and just very, very beautiful location here. Plenty of soccer fields. Used to be home of the Des Moines Menace, used to be home of Drake University's soccer teams. That one just drops past Ben Borger-Gurman. Johnston, I don't think, was ready, and even they thought it was going to get turned. Chasing for the ball over on the far line. And now back to the middle. Iowa City High just trying to play keep away here for a few minutes as the Dragons offense has continued to produce a lot of pressure trying to keep them on their toes. Johnston leads 1 seed over 8 seed, 1-0 is your score. Parking lot really starting to fill in here. A lot of fans making their way in for other games. I know Pleasant Valley and Waukee Northwest, and then Ankeny also here. Near side ball right up in front. Nagayan almost got there. That's Angel Miramontes also in. Nagayan is on the bench, so Miramontes is in for Nagayan. City High just trying to figure out what they want to do here on defense. Just kind of, playing keep away, but at the same time trying to stay up ahead of things. Push up on the far side. Jackson, Nichols, Lindsay. Long boot downfield. This could set up well. Not enough, though. It bounces right up over top. And Cole Hansen is able to corral it. 13:15 to go here in the first half of play. Dragons on top 1-0. Another long boot back down the middle. Chased down by Isaiah Lamarck. And Cole Hansen's able to clear. Almost a trip on the back line. They are going to call a whistle here on Jonathan Amisi. I think he thought maybe he got away with one, but not quite. City High will set this one back down and get a free kick at the spot of the foul here. See if the Little Hawks can do anything off a free kick. Kick by Dancer, headed in the middle, and it looks like Johnson's going to be able to clear it. Yes, they do. Nicely done by the Dragons. That one gets past Alex Chappell and a race to the corner for it for Lau Mauia. Mauia rolls out, Johnston ball. Throw in on the far line. Johnston trying to set something up near side. Kicked out. Nice job by Taylor Salinas. Freshman able to step in there and make a play. Amisi had it for a second. He tries to center and just a little to the left. And it'll be a goal kick for City High. Johnston, your defending state champions here in Class 4A. The first ever Class 4A champions, as in 2023, the IHSAA decided to upgrade to another class. Shot on goal, just misses to the right. Nicely done by Carlos Martinez, just couldn't quite get it done. But another class added in 2023, and Johnston defeated Iowa City West to become the first ever Class 4A champion. Obviously, the move was made to just kind of separate the field. Soccer just continued to grow. More players continued to play, and not every school across the state of Iowa plays soccer, and more schools were starting to jump into it. So just really cool to see all across the board. And the Dragons defeated Iowa City West, and there's a good chance they could face again. Here's a run out up front. This is Seth Zedemel, and he has got it. Iowa City High has tied it. Seth Zedemel knocks it in for a goal. We're tied at 1. Time stops at 9:50 on the clock, and it is a start for Iowa City High to tie this thing up at 1. Just kind of a perfect kick down the pitch, and Johnston just looked like they were not ready for it. It just fell perfectly in Seth Zedemel's lap. And just like that, we are tied in this Class 4A quarterfinal. And that really came out of nowhere because Iowa City High has not really been on the offensive most tonight. It's been Johnston who's really been in control, it's felt like. But great response by the Little Hawks. That one's knocked out, and it will be Johnston ball. So a little bit of momentum here with under 10 minutes to go for the Little Hawks. So a little bit of scoring here in this one. Took a little bit, but both teams starting to settle in. That one kicked high in the air and will roll out, and I believe this is going to be a corner kick here for the Dragons, and I think it's going to be Carlos Martinez to be the one to take it. So Martinez will line this up for a corner kick. On the way, going to need some help. And a whistle is blown on Johnston, a foul call on O'Connor. collision down there just outside the goal. So whistle blows, foul is called, and Johnston gives it back to Iowa City High. Long boot down the middle of the field. Handball not called. Might have touched Jonathan Amisi, but too far from here to see. The official right there on the field, he can see it. One thing about this game, there are not many people sitting on the touchline like we've seen all day long. Everybody up in the bleachers on the far line, really, and that's one thing about state soccer. You always have the parents right there up close and personal to the action. City High trying to continue to work their way back upfield. Gabe Egeland hit the ground, but no call. We keep moving. Near side ball. Angel Miramontes had it there for a second. Now City High will clear back up the pitch. Header in the middle. Enoch Bazanuki had it there for a second in the middle. A little bit of pushing and shoving, still no call. More guys collide, still no call. The official letting them play here so far. 6:57 to go here in the first half. Martinez holding here in the middle. He'll go near side or far side and trying to turn himself around. Little Hawks looking for another breakaway. They might get one here. Egeland and Perry Newman going after it. Now throw in upcoming for Iowa City High. Not before we get a couple substitutions here with 6:22 to go in the quarter. Half, I should say. Good minutes there by Angel Miramontes. He'll check out. Throw in by City High. It's going to go all the way to this near side. Back behind, Alex Chappell. Chappell up ahead. Good moves by Zethamel. Zethamel hits the ground, and we play on. Boy, Zethamel's taking a beating today. This one's up ahead to Nagayan. Nagayan is going to have one-on-one if he can save it. He gets around one, hits the ground. Was there a call? No, there was not. We play on. I thought I heard a whistle. Jonah Bowman-Burt had it for a second. It'll roll out, and Bowman-Burt will be the one to throw in. Closing in on the end of the first half here. Very fun first half. Your 8-1 seed tied up at 1 apiece. Looking good so far as the sun continues to set here in the capital city of Des Moines. Beautiful night in the Metro. Also got to be real thankful there is no wind. The wind has completely died, which is a rarity here in the state of Iowa. Zethamel once again takes a brutal hit on his shin. That poor guy, he cannot seem to catch a break. He has the lone goal for Iowa City High, but other than that, it's been tough sledding on his body. He's taken some hits. He was out in the first couple minutes because of an injury and just kind of working his way back in for the most part. Long throw in here. Nagayan, no handball. We play on. I don't think we've had a handball all game. Jack Cohen can't chase it down, and a goal kick upcoming for Iowa City High. A boot down the field. City High looking for another goal, and that one's turned on and kicked out by Isaiah Lamarck. Near side ball. Holding back with it is Jack Dancer. Dancer gets up ahead. Zethamel just gets underneath of it. Boy, he had a chance, but he just lifted it underneath his foot. It kind of got a weird bounce off the grass and just comes up short. So a goal kick upcoming for the Dragons. Everybody trying to get an advantage here. Zethamel gets it taken away. Zethamel then turns on it and goes right back up the middle. And the Dragons trying to get away with it down the pitch here. Looking for a score here before the halftime break. Bozanuki there in the middle. And chased out to the sideline. Is it going to be out on Iowa City High? Yes, it is. So the Dragons throw it in quickly. Jonathan Amisi, along with number 15, Tegan Sieverding. Sieverding fires high and long out to the left. Goal kick for Iowa City High. It's been a fun, competitive first half here, all across the board. Johnston and Iowa City High, the 1 and 8 seeds, knotted up at 1 apiece. Nagayan gets it blocked away by a couple shins. Zethamel one-on-one here with Lamarck. Or excuse me, that was Marcos Paleo Pintor. Lamarck kicks that one out. Iowa City High will have a throw in here. More substitutions will check in. Oliver Witt will check out. And it looks like Gabe Egeland will check out as well. Throw in for the Hawks, Chappell and Zethamel. Zethamel can't get a grip on it, and instead of turning it back upfield, hits it right toward the back of the goal. And under a minute left, both teams probably just going to get ready to go to the halftime break here. Again, another fun first half of action so far. The number 1 and number 8 seed knotted up at 1 apiece. I think it's going to set us up for a really good second half. Over on the other field, Iowa City West still leads Valley. 2-1 is your score. They scored 3 goals combined in the first 10 minutes. They have not scored ever since. And just as I say that, I thought maybe we'd have a score as I turned around and looked. Out of bounds, and it will be Johnston ball. And that will do it for the end of the first half. 1-seeded Johnston can't seem to get away. 8-seeded City High hanging around, looking for a big upset here tonight against your defending state champions. We'll be back to take a look at your first half. You're watching free coverage of the quarterfinal action provided by the IHSAA. We'll be right back with more from the Iowa High School Athletic Association State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Sportsmanship starts with us.
As a student athlete, I need to model good behavior and represent my school appropriately.
That means respecting my teammates, coaches, opponents, the officials, and fans.
If I do that, so will others, and being a good sport becomes a way of life.
To all of Iowa's student athletes getting ready to compete, remember, sportsmanship starts with us.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision, to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create? Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sunkissed Orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
We watch sports to see the unexpected. We play sports to feel something. Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. But our reputation wasn't given to us, it was earned. We are the rising stars, the grinders, the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. From the backyards and backfields to the back rooms and backstage, we put in the work, and we're starting to reap the rewards. We've got events wacky and wild. Big and small, we host them all. And that old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the essence are silent. Let's go!
Welcome back to the Iowa High School State Soccer Tournament. Here for the boys' State Soccer Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Blake Walker with you here this evening, where the 1 seed Johnston Dragons can't seem to get away from the number 8 seeded Iowa City High Little Hawks. Johnston scored early, but Iowa City High responds with a goal of their own late in the going to tie things up at 1 apiece and really make things interesting. The winner of this game will play the winner of Iowa City West and Valley, which is currently still has 7:20 minutes left in the first half. Iowa City West is on top of that one. 2-1 is your score. Winner of this game will go on and play them on Friday at Drake Stadium and or Mediacom Stadium, and that will take place Friday at 7 o'clock. You'll be able to know when and where, location-wise, at the conclusion of this one. But the defending state champs, not quite on the ropes, but could have some issues here in the second half. You'll have to come back before we get ready to go and see how this thing plays out, because I think we're going to have a good one down the stretch. Hey, before we go to break, we do want to take a moment to thank all of the volunteers and individuals that make this and every Iowa High School Athletic Association state tournament possible. If you didn't know, the IHSAA is made up of about 15 full-time staff members. They're all phenomenal people. We want you to take a moment, and we'll introduce them to you.
We've got a phenomenal staff, and they're very committed to not just our 360 some schools, but the 70,000 male athletes that we provide programs for. That's what we try to keep in focus as much as possible, and that keeps us going. That's the fuel that kind of makes that train run.
Been with the Athletic Association 22 years. Currently one of the assistant directors under Mr. Keating, and serve in the capacity working with our student outreach services, and also am the bowling administrator, former golf administrator, and then work with our corporate sponsors and advertisers with regard to association publications, website.
So currently I'm the administrator for football, swimming, and track and field. As part of that, it's helping schools and officials with rules interpretations, organizing the state events at our different venues, communicating with officials, hiring officials, and assigning officials for the postseason competition.
I'm the director of officials, and then I'm also the sport administrator for wrestling and golf.
I help manage all the officials in the state of Iowa, make sure they're fully registered and have all their stuff completed prior to the season's beginning and the postseason.
Right now I oversee the administrative sports of basketball and soccer.
So assistant director here at State Association. I'm a sports administrator for cross country, tennis, and baseball. I do our student advisory group, and I'm one of the 3 directors that helps with eligibility.
I am an administrative assistant here at the Iowa High School Athletic Association. I help out with the enrollment and beds and participation survey and the co-op sharing agreements for schools.
My position's evolved because our communication method has switched completely online from a print or driven organization that had its own print shop to now ADs online, supers online, fans online, parents online, students online. Everybody wants to see everything, so our website became our priority. Social media exploded because it had to. We've had to digitize our operations, and so as communications director, that means coming up with a lot of new things and new ways to do things.
Internal employee type things, benefits, payrolls, things like that. I do the internal financial statements.
I assist in the accounting department, so I assist Jess as the director of finance. So I deal with all our accounts receivables and our accounts payables, and I am also assisting her with the online ticketing program, Hometown Ticketing.
I specialize kind of in the student leadership realm and help Chad with some of his workshops and registration behind the scenes. I line up meals at tournaments, hotel rooms, that kind of thing for our board. I'm just kind of the one that learns a little bit of everything and helps wherever I can.
I do all the design work and then of course print the programs and anything else that needs printed.
I think my primary roles are vision. You know, where do we want to go? What do we want to be to our schools and our young people? Also, be the public face of the athletic association, be the connection between this office and the general public.
I think people often have a misconception of how many people are in this building. I mean, even people in Boone don't understand, no, there's only 14 of us.
You know, when you're a staff of our size, we've got to work together. You can't be in a silo, just kind of hunker down on your part of this. We've got to bounce things off of each other. We have to collaborate. We've got to share ideas, and we've got to jump in and help where we're needed. We've got a leadership meeting every week, and we make sure we go through everything and anything that we should be discussing and trying to figure out how are we going to do this. We have a lot of fun doing what we're doing. Why wouldn't we? We're around sports all day.
For me, it's important because I feel like I'm helping a child. You know, I have a child with high anxiety, and this makes a difference to a child like her. And so it's really cool to be a part of that.
But when the other states look at us and see the programs that we run, see how we run them, I think they say, you know, Iowa does it pretty well.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sunkissed Orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
Welcome back to the quarterfinals here at County Sports Complex here in Des Moines. The quarterfinals are free to view here through the IHSAA. IHSAA is proud to be able to highlight student athletes and schools in an easy, accessible way with production from the Central Iowa Sports Network. Just a heads up, if you want to go back and watch any of the games from today, and you don't see them on the YouTube channel if you look them up, well, you can just look them up if you want. But if you go to the IHSAA YouTube channel, which you're currently watching on, and or the website, if you don't see it on the videos tab, you have to click on live. At the kind of top, there will be a tab that says like videos, live, playlist, blah, blah, blah. You want to click on live. And if you scroll, all of the live streams that have ever happened on this YouTube channel will be there, and you'll be able to go back and watch. Second half is underway. Iowa City High, the 8th seed, and the number 1 seeded Johnston Dragons currently tied at 1 apiece. Could we see an upset here? The defending state champions trying to hang on here. The winner of this game will play the winner of Iowa City West and Valley. That game is just before halftime. Iowa City West currently leads 2-1. I know a lot of people would be very excited to see an Iowa City High, Iowa City West semifinal matchup. Dragons have it here on this near side. Donovan Prindle and company. This kick sent deep. Chasing after it is Taylor Salinas. And Cole Hansen jumps on top of this one to make the save, and he'll send everybody back. It's been a very fun day here at County Soccer Complex. 3A, 2A, and 1A all have punched their tickets to the semifinals. And it's just Class 4A to go right now. Looks like over on our far field, which I believe is, I think, Pleasant Valley and Waukee Northwest. I believe they are still tied at 0, and then on our far field, they're still in the first half as well. Kick out of bounds. Iowa City High ball. Again, as that sun sets, could be still a little tougher to shoot if you're Iowa City High because you're going, I guess, technically towards the sun, or if you're going upfield, might be harder to see. Becomes very easy for Johnston. Long boot downfield. Just out of the reach of Zimbabwe. And a goal kick, or not a goal kick, but a stop here for Johnston's Cole Hansen. Long boot down the right side. Will bounce once, bounce twice, and roll out. Iowa City High ball. Course has been great today. All fields look great. County does a great job taking care of these fields, watering them if need watering. We've seen over on the other fields that are pretty much just practice fields, we saw plenty of watering being done. A lot of time, effort, and care gone into this facility, and it's just great to have them as a host here for the first round of your 2024 Iowa High School Athletic Association State Soccer Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Back and forth we go, and a whistle is blown. A yellow card is given to Noe Zimbabwe. And he'll try to plead his case, but to no avail, so he will go sit down for 5 minutes. Must have been a little bit later. I don't know if I saw it, but Zimbabwe will head off to the sidelines here. And we'll see him back in a little bit. So Johnston will get a free kick right here around center field. The Dragons were the one to score first, and the way the momentum was working, you sure thought, well, they should be okay. You know, smooth sailing. They really hadn't given up anything, and then all of a sudden, a long kick ahead to Seth Zethamel. Just finds him in the right position, and boom, he knocks it in, and we're tied at 1 apiece. And you could just tell from a lot of the Johnston fans and crowd, they were just kind of shocked. Little Hawkeyes, I said it, right? I knew I say it. Little Hawks, not going to go away. Whistle is blown. It will go to Iowa City High. Ball boy kind of kicked that one long, trying to set him back up. Our ball boys / Shags have done a really good job all day long. They're on top of it. They have to be on top of it. They do. I mean, the guys on the field do a lot of running, but the ball boys also do a lot of running because they have to be there. If that ball goes out, they need the ball quick. A lot of teams like to move quick, and they need a ball right there, then and there. And a lot of these guys, usually younger kids, do a really nice job. Got to give a shout out to them. Jack Dancer and company over there on the far side, trying to work their way down the field. They were able to turn it. There's a slip on the grass. Over to the middle. Working around a couple defenders. Can they turn and fire? Nope, it's cleared out. Nicely done by Donovan Prindle. City High trying to close in here. Back and forth we go. Jack Dancer up ahead. Good spot here, and nope, too far though. Isaiah Lamarck is there, and he'll clear it back up down the pitch. Again, once again, they just continue to go back and forth, and every side, both Johnston and Iowa City High, have responses for everything the other team is throwing at them, it seems like, for the most part. Johnston trying to keep up here in the middle.
Rachel said the same thing, but she didn't have her parent release for
Down to the ground goes Johnston, or one of the players over there, and a whistle is blown. It'll be Iowa City High with the ball. I talked about in the first half. Sunset is scheduled for 8:40 this evening. I don't know if that's exactly when we're going to end tonight. Realistically, we'll end just before it if all goes to plan, but going to have a nice sunset here back behind the Principal and Ruan buildings here. No contact or no foul called on the contact. Lucas Riley going to go back to the middle, and this one's taken away by Nagayan. Nagayan back over to this side with A.J. Colacho. He had your goal in the first half for the Dragons, but it's kicked out, and it goes right back to City High. One thing's for sure about City High, their jersey's plain but simple. I love the font on the back. It just says City, and the number font is really good. Whether that be for football, basketball, or anything, City High does a really nice job. Great social media teams. Great social media teams for both sides. May I just mention that. Johnston and Iowa City High up there in the entire state with some of the best social media teams, providing content for their student athletes. Long boot. Cleared out, nicely done by Prindle. City High on the defense here, kicked that one out of bounds. I think we're going to get more subs coming in here. And yes, it is. Isaiah Lamarck, I believe Lamarck checks in. Let's see, let me check the number here. Nope, that is Marcos Peleo Pintor, who checks in for Johnston. Dylan O'Connor was the one who subbed out. Slide tackle attempt is successful for Peleo Pintor. City High trying to get back in corral here. Look out, here comes Jack Dancer. Tough collision in the middle. No call. Nagayan working his way through traffic. Tries to turn, centered, nobody was home. A little too far. Johnston's still here to corral with A.J. Colacho. Colacho fires, waiting for a header on the backside. Nagayan is right there now with Martinez, and he'll try to set something up. Again, no wind to deal with here. Both players hit the ground. Did it stay in? Yes, it is. It's still staying in. Now it's out. And it's a goal kick here for Iowa City High. City High crowd getting behind their team here on the defensive effort. Was a very good defensive effort. Back and forth we go, middle of the pitch. No one really with a true advantage here, it feels like, through the first 10 minutes. Cole Hansen gets it, but knocks it way out. I think he wanted to kick it, but just off the leg in an awkward way, and just like that, City High gets the ball back off the inbound. What am I saying? Basketball. Touchline. It's been a long day. Shout out my producer, Aaron. He's been with me all day yesterday, all day today, working hard. All of our cameramen and camerawomen all across here for us on the IHSAA, and everybody working hard at the state tournament. Everything's got to move over to Drake Stadium here after tonight for the IHSAA, so make sure to stop on out and check it out. Cole Hansen catches that one on the hop. Cole had me fooled earlier. His gloves are like a really light shade of pink, and for a second I thought he wasn't wearing gloves in the first half, and then I thought, well, you'd have to be crazy not to wear gloves and be a goalkeeper. City High going to knock this thing high and out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for Johnston here on this near side corner. 30 minutes to go here in this one. The 1 seed and the 8 seed. Knotted up at 1. Mason McKnight in the back line for Johnston. He was the one to kick there. Long boot right down the middle. A header in the face for Tatum Bourne, but still hung on to it. Here comes Jack Dancer. Dancer can't get there. Knocked out. Long ball up ahead, and it will be Borger Gurman to corral it, and he will kick this one back on the pitch. Martinez working hard. Both players hit the ground. No call. More players hit the ground. No call. And we play on. Long ball down the near side. Josh Borger Gurman. Out of bounds. Johnston ball. Officials letting them play here tonight. Really good chopper down the middle. Headed back by Nicholas Lindsay. Ball in the middle. City High trying to get a lineup here. Collision there with Jonathan Amisi. He stays on top. Here's a kick all the way down to the far side for City High. Zethamel. That's kicked out. Is it going to be a throw-in for City High? Yes, it will be. So the Little Hawks trying to put something together here on this far line. They go over this near side. Borger Gurman high in the air. Nobody's home. Couldn't quite get to the jump, and this one's cleared back downfield by A.J. Colocho. Colocho up ahead. Here comes a chance for Johnston. Kyron Pope falls to the ground. No call. Pope going to chase back after it. Pope trying to corral it. Can he turn it? Kicked out. Nicely done by Iowa City High. Couple no calls, but like I said earlier, the officials been letting them play here tonight. And just like that, it is a corner kick upcoming for the Dragons. And it looks like it's going to be Carlos Martinez on to attempt the corner kick for the Dragons. Martinez on the way. It is way back. The wind that is kind of picked up, not going to help him there. Good block by Alex Chappell. City High might have numbers. They push it up ahead, and Hansen goes up and gets it. Grabs it just before it gets to the line. Nice heads-up play there by Cole Hansen. Dragons with it here on the near side. Another boot back downfield. Kyron Pope doing all he can to help the offense out. Cale Leach is up there. Leach has the ball now. Far touchline to Carlos Martinez. Martinez kind of waiting on it. He'll go to the back line here. Dragons trying to set a couple things up. You got to feel the dam might break soon for either team. Martinez misses the header. That was Negayan, misses the header, and Iowa City High gets it back with 26:02 remaining. What a game we have had so far. Again, the 1-8 games that I have called today, none of which have been blowouts. They have all been close. You expect it sometimes. You're like, well, the 1 seed should take care of the 8 seed. And, yeah, that might be true, but I'm telling you, there's just something from an opponent's perspective when you look at a team and you see that they have that little number 1 next to their name. It just gives you a little bit more added motivation, and that's exactly what's happening here, I feel like, with Iowa City High. As Ben Borger-Gurman will kick this one away here for the Little Hawks. With under 26 minutes to go. Pelayo Pintor with it here. Over to the far line. Johnston continuing to put pressure here on the Little Hawks. Jack Dancer says, I want none of it. He's going to kick it back down the field. High up in the air. Danger zone territory for the Little Hawks. Setting back up is Cale Leach. High boot. Good trajectory. Gene Borger gets collapsed on, and a whistle is blown. That was basically, that would be offensive pass interference or defensive pass interference if we were playing football. Borger is good, but man, he almost got tackled pretty much by Kyron Pope going up for the ball. A long boot down the field for City High, trying to do what they did when they got their first goal. Just kind of got one long, got a couple lucky bounces, and just were at the right place at the right time. Martinez with it here for Johnston. Martinez centers, gets it slammed away, nowhere to go. And Pelayo Pintor with it here for the Dragons, going back to the back line against Isaiah Lamarck. And Mason McKnight here as well. The wind continuing to pick up just a little bit more here as the sun continues to go down. And it's going to cool off, I can tell you that. Martinez working through traffic. Can he get through a couple more? Goes right back to the back line. Shot on goal to the right, misses by Jonathan Amisi. And that's a corner kick, though. It was last touched by a City High Little Hawk. And the Dragons get a corner kick with 23:50 here left on the clock in the second half. Carlos Martinez will be the one to kick this one for the Dragons. A little bit of looking into the sun if you're anyone waiting on this kick. Martinez. A little long, on track though. Cleared out. City High tries to touch it. It won't matter. That should be another corner kick, and it will be. We'll try it again. Cale Leach will be the one to kick this one away. They'll try again. Leach will kick off into the sun. Header in the middle. Not going to go. Ben Borger-Gurman, calm, cool, collected, jumps on top of it, and we remain at 1 apiece here in this Class 4A quarterfinal. Nobody seeming to budge here in this one. Defending state champion Johnston looking for a repeat here in Class 4A. Dragons get the long throw in, this time back downfield. Bowman Burt with it there for a second. Now to the back line to City High. This is sent back up the pitch. I believe that's Nicholas Lindsay there. Tough collisions here. Borger-Gurman, Josh Borger-Gurman with it there for a second. City High trying to get away, and a foul is called on Johnston. You can kind of use your guarding arm just to kind of hold a couple guys off, but you cannot grab somebody and just pull them back, and that's what we saw there. So free kick opportunity for the Little Hawks. Iowa City High looking for a goal, looking for the lead. Kick is on the way. Nice little wedge shot. Header in the middle. Shot on goal is good! Gabe Egeland gives Iowa City High the lead. 2-1 is your score off the free kick. Boy, that thing had an awkward bounce down low, and Egeland somehow, someway had enough time to reset himself and fire a dart into the back of the net. And the 8th seed, Iowa City High, leads over number 1 seeded Johnston. 2-1 is your score. And the City High crowd that made the drive over from Iowa City down I-80 are loving it. And again, I go back to it. Johnston has been the better team offensively. They have had more possessions. They've had the ball down here more. But City High has just taken advantage of their opportunities when they've had them, and they currently hold the lead over the number 1 seeded Dragons. Long boot down the middle of the pitch. Can they grab another one? Cole Hansen snatches it up. City High came into this game 12-3 on the season. A lot of people said, well, their only losses have come to the best teams they've played. Well, they're playing the best team they've played all year right here, right now, and they're looking good. But can they hold Johnston off? Here comes A.J. Colacho. Colacho tries to get to the middle. Johnston's on top of it. City High defends. Nguyen working through traffic. That one awkwardly knocked off. Who is the ball going to be? This is going to be a corner kick here for Johnston. Enough for a corner kick. I believe this is Cale Leach again on to attempt the corner. On the way. Low line drive. Goalie hits the ground. Johnston trying to recover. Low ball, both players hit the ground. Free kick upcoming for the Dragons. Got it just at the right time. Johnston now with a huge chance near the goal. You got a right-footed kicker here in Carlos Martinez, or excuse me, left-footed kicker here, depending on how he goes about it. On the way, turning, header, misses, backline defense for Kyron Pope. That won't go, and City High clears. Johnston on the backline. This one headed out of bounds. Who's it going to be last touched by? That's going to be a goal kick, I think. No, it's going to be a corner kick once again for the Dragons. And all the commotion, we are under 20 minutes to go, by the way, 18:45 to go. This thing has picked up immensely here in the last couple minutes. Dragons will attempt another corner. That one is long. Kyron Pope on the rebound. Kicked out. Is it another corner? Yes, it is. Iowa City High player down on the turf. I think he's getting a cramp worked out. That is, I can't quite tell. But Iowa City High player getting cramp worked out on the field. These guys have done this before, so no need to bring the trainer out. That's number 11, Tatum Bourne, who is the one down on the field. He hops right back up, gets that cramp worked out. And guess what? Johnston has yet another corner kick upcoming. Martinez on the way, header, long, not going to go. That one's knocked out. That should just be a throw-in. I Believe it is. Yeah, I think it's going to be a throw-in for the Dragons. Jonathan Amisi was the one over there. Dragons try to head again, and a save! Ben Borger-Gurman leaps out in front and just barely knocks that thing out at the last second. And another corner kick for Martinez. The Johnston fans trying to get behind their players on the pitch. Martinez, low line drive. That one hits Pope. Nagayan back to Martinez. Iowa City High recovers well, and they clear it back downfield. Nice job by the Little Hawks. And now you got to run out for it. They'll go back to Cole Hansen just for safety. Boy, this one's getting good as the sun continues to set. Out of bounds. That will be Johnston ball. I believe Pleasant Valley, the 7 seed, has just taken the lead over 2 seeded Waukee Northwest. Have to check that here in a little bit. Meanwhile, here, 16:43 to go. The 8 seed Iowa City High leads the 1 seed Johnston. Shot on goal, misses to the left. Shot was taken by A.J. Colacho, who scored the earlier goal for the Dragons. Well, we already saw 1 seed go down today. West Branch fell to Van Meter. Iowa City High is trying to do the same thing. And back on the pitch, back on the pitch now, Noe Simbabia for Iowa City High. Remember, he had that yellow card, so he's taken a considerable amount of time off. Saw him warming up on the side, and he's back out on the pitch. That sun is almost down past the trees here. Hoping it for our sake so we can see the field just a little bit better, looking into the sun when they go to the right side. But most of the field is shrouded in the shade. Nighttime is the right time for state soccer, I can tell you that. Jack Dancer with it here in the middle, gets around one. Simbabia, up ahead. City High trying to get there. That's Zethamel, who had the earlier goal for City High. That one bounces out of bounds. More substitutions coming in.
Okay, Iler's up again.
More substitutions are in. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 15 minutes away from someone moving on to the Class 4A semifinal. You can really catch on the camera when the sun really gets in on the lens when we pan over to our right. That sun is blistering here on the pitch. Dragons throw in. Couple tough collisions. Chapman trying to clear. A little bit of miscommunication. That's going to roll out. And it will remain Iowa City High ball. And a goal kick upcoming. Or no, a whistle. A foul was blown on Johnston. So free kick upcoming for City High. Zimbabwe got it taken away by Amisi. Amisi trips on the grass, and a whistle is blown. Still a foul called on Iowa City High. They're going to say he was tripping because of the contact. Looked like he was just trying to keep his footing, but Dragons get a chance here for a free kick. I believe this is Leach. Can't quite tell. His number is turned. On the way. Down the middle. Header. Knocked around. It's in! Johnston ties it at 2. I have no idea who it was that scored. Part of me thinks Kyron Pope, the way he's celebrating. But the Dragons, with 13:32 to go, have tied this at 2 apiece. in your Class 4A quarterfinal. And guess what? It came off another free kick. It hung in the air just long enough, and it was going to be a really tough play for all of those involved. The officials are coming over and having a chat here. I don't know what this could be about. Oh, the bench is cleared for Johnston, so I'm not sure what would happen here. Iowa City High was trying to say something about the actual goal, but I don't know if you just get a sideline warning here if you're Johnston. I mean, I doubt much happens here, but the entire Johnston bench yeah, I think the whole bench is getting a warning of some sort. So they're going to now come over to the table and have a chat. I really don't know what you would call here, honestly. I don't think it's anything that's going to take the goal away or anything of that matter. But I definitely, Iowa City High's coach not happy that I don't think anything's going to happen. I think they're just going to be given a warning. But Johnston's entire bench left the bench when Johnston scored. And I believe that was Kyron Pope, I think, was the one that scored there. Well, here we go. We're tied at 2. This thing's not over. Iowa City West has just taken a 3-1 lead over Valley, it looks like. Meanwhile, back over here, though, things are going to get tight with 13 minutes to go. Again, the Dragons have had a lot of offensive momentum tonight. That time able to put it together, tie it now at 2. Martinez works through a double. Martinez working his way around now into a corner. He gets himself caught, breaks through the double, fires to the middle, and the header won't go. Just a little too strong. Boy, give credit to Carlos Martinez. Really set his team up well there for a chance to take the lead. All the pressure and momentum has switched back to the Dragons. I feel like Iowa City High is going to be on the ropes here. Zimbabwe kind of off his back. Sends this one ahead. Zethamel fighting in the corner. And a whistle is blown on Zethamel. So a foul called. Johnston goes back with it. 11:54 to go here in this one. Far line, Cale Leach trying to work his way around the corner. Leach waiting, trying to turn. It rolls out. Who's it out on? It's out on Johnston. Iowa City High ball. The 1-8 matchups today have been thrillers, I can tell you that. Very close, very competitive all throughout. And this game seems to be no different so far. Dragons trying to get away from a spoiler in Iowa City High. This one is sent to no man's land. A fight for the ball, a clear back up field. Is that thing going to stay in? Yes, it does. How about that? That's knocked out. City High gives it back to Johnston. More doubles. A.J. Colacho was there with it for a second. Hands off to Miramontes. Now to the far line. Johnston trying to make an attack again. Nagayan working his way in and out. Centers off the back of somebody. High in the air. Center. Not going to go. The header almost worked for Cale Leach. But Ben Borger-Gerben comes down with it. Meanwhile, back up ahead. Cole Hansen's going to catch this ball going long. Long ball down, near side, out of bounds. Off the touchline. So a throw in upcoming for City High. Tatum Bourne throwing in. Under 10 minutes to go in this one. It feels like, the way this game's going, the winning goal might come in regulation, just the way it's felt. Both teams just on edge here. Zimbabwe and someone else go down on the far line. That's still Iowa City High ball. They're getting a couple substitutions in. Gabe Egelin. I think that is Egelin. He's checking in. He's the one that scored earlier for City High. The sun is almost, and I mean almost, worked its way down. That ball rolls out of the back line. Johnston will have it here. 8:55 to go here in this one. Good boot. Right down the middle. Yagayan. Look at the speed around the edge. Centers. Turn and fire. Not going to go that time for Colocho. City High back upfield. Hanson going to come all the way out of the goal and clear out. Dangerous, dangerous game he's playing right there. Again, Martinez working through a double. Cleared out last second by Taylor Salinas. I have good news. The sun has started to work its way back behind the tree line, and it looks like we're going to be in full shade here in just a second. The lights are on here at County Soccer Complex. Martinez, center, over, just misses his intended target, A.J. Colocho. Colocho hit with it here on the near side. A slide tackle, saved by Cale Leach, trying to keep it in. And out of bounds, Johnston ball. Back and forth we go. And Donovan Prindle, our first player, and he says it right there. Our camera's trying to adjust. Donovan Prindle stepped up to the non-painted line. I haven't explained it yet, but they look like they painted two different lines. Martinez in the middle. Borger makes the grab. They painted the field originally, and then they painted the field again for state soccer, and the painted field for state soccer is about 5 feet to the east, of the original marking. So Prindle thought he was throwing from inbounds when he was actually throwing about 5 feet in the surface. 6 minutes, 48 seconds to go in this Class 4A quarterfinal. Zimbabwe slide tackled. Inbounds. Iowa City High looks like they will retain possession if they can get the ball in. Throw in near side. Dylan O'Connor trying to hold serve in the corner. Still Iowa City High ball. Little Hawks, I think, got a substitution in. Now they throw in. Egeland also back there. He's that goal scorer. Johnston now takes it away. And Cale Leach sends this one up down the pitch. Kyron Pope chasing after it on the far line. He's trying to stay with it. To the corner. Turned it somehow. And awaiting is Colocho. Colocho turning, firing, and missing to the right. Iowa City High ball. 5:34 to go. Pressure starting to build here in this Class 4A quarterfinals. Everybody kind of starting to gather around this field, taking a look at it. Iowa City High has extended their lead over Valley 4-1. Looks like the Trojans will be sitting in the Class 4A semifinal. Foul on Johnston. trying to go after the ball, so it's Iowa City High ball. 5 minutes to go here in regulation. Over there on the far line, Lucas Riley, I think that is. He's trying to work his way to the middle. Zimbabwe side by side with Isaiah Lamarck fighting for it. Zimbabwe around one, tries to center back to the middle. Shot on goal to the right, just misses. Just out of the outstretched arms of Cole Hansen. Johnston ball with 4:21 remaining. Buckle up. Long boot down the center. Set Johnston up well. Iowa City High recovered well. That is Lucas Riley there for Iowa City High, number 7. It bounces off his backside as he tried to get out of the way. Here comes Martinez. Martinez up ahead to Colocho. Colocho stops, fires, blocked. Blocked off of Jackson Nicholas Lindsay. And boy, that was almost disaster for Johnston. Or for Iowa City High. A corner kick upcoming with under 4 minutes to go. Cale Leach, who has been their go-to man here, will be the one to take it. Leach lines this one up. On the way, low liner, right back out, and Leach will try again. Cale Leach for another corner kick. That one's high, long, going to need some help. Not going to get it. Zimbabwe is right there. Zimbabwe going to work his way down the field. Centers up the middle to Josh Borger-Gurman. Borger-Gurman is in a herd of defenders, and Cole Hansen will come out and kick it. 2:43 to go. Quick collision there by a couple Johnston players, and that one is skied high. Jonah Bowman-Burt said, I'll take a chance at it. Both fan bases getting on their feet as we get down to it. 2:15 remaining here in regulation. 2-2 between your 1 and 8 seeds. The Dragons, defending state champions. Martinez up ahead to Pope. Both of them hit the ground. No call. Looked like both went for a slide tackle at the same exact time. Moore hit the ground. Martinez gets caught up. City High trying to run with it with Amisi, and up ahead, Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe with a chance. Hansen comes in to make the save. 1.5 minutes to go. Here comes Johnston back the other way. That's too far. Iowa City High ball. Boy, that was it right there. Zimbabwe had the chance, and Cole Hansen just kind of beat him to the punch. 1:17 to go. Jack Dancer works it to the back. Low line drive. Iowa City High going to have 1 minute to do it. Johnston has 1 minute as well, obviously. Underneath. Low kick. Back here to Colocho. Colocho up ahead. Great header by Nichols Lindsay. Martinez with it here. Back line. Shot on goal is no good. Ben Borger-Gurman lost it off his fingertips. They're going to say it didn't go out. City High ball. 30 seconds to go. The Little Hawks have another push in them here before regulation ends. They go to the far side of the field. Nobody's here. Long kick, high ahead. Header by Zimbabwe. Not going to go. Hansen grabs it with 10 seconds to go. Johnston going to run downfield. Lamarck will take one shot, not going to get there. We're going to overtime. 80 minutes was not enough. We will set up for another 10-minute period. The 8 seed and the 1 seed just can't be separated from each other. We will be right back, about a 5-minute break here, and we'll be back for your 10-minute period. You're watching free coverage of quarterfinal action provided by the IHSAA. We'll be right back with more from the Iowa High School Athletic Association State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Welcome back to the Iowa High School Athletic Association State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. 40 plus 40, 80 minutes was not enough. We got to go 10 extra minutes. And if we can't get it done in 10 minutes, we're going to go an extra 10 minutes. And if we can't get it done in 20 minutes of total time, plus the 80 minutes we had on top, we'll go to a shootout, best of 5. Johnston and Iowa City High. The 1 seed Dragons, 2. Johnston, 2. We started this morning at 10 a.m. I don't think / hope we get to 10 p.m. tonight, at least on this field. We might on other fields. You never know. But a very, very entertaining game. Dragons took the lead 1-0. City High tied it at 1. City High then took the lead at 2-1. Dragons then scored with under 12 to go. We're tied at 2. 10 minutes is the time. It's a golden goal. Sudden death. First goal wins. It's pretty plain and simple. Iowa City High and Johnston, here we go. Overtime, number 1 here at the County Soccer Complex. Iowa City High looking for a little bit of offense here. Kind of slowed down a little bit. Johnston, plenty of corner kick opportunities, just couldn't quite find anything with them. Alex Chappell going to send this one downfield. Zethamel rolls in the lap of Cole Hansen. We already had one game here at the state tournament go to penalty kicks. Perry and Decorah. Also an update for you, Iowa City West currently leading Valley 4-2 with 4 minutes left in that one. Shot on goal, just misses to the right. Kyron Pope said, I wanted to get out of here real quick. Just misses, but it was last touched by a Little Hawk, so a corner kick upcoming for the Dragons. Time is called by the head official. I think he's going to tell, yeah, he is telling all the students to get out of the back line. That is exactly what he's doing. He's telling all the students to move out of the back line and not be on the edges. He's letting them know that they can be on the sides, they just cannot be behind the goals. Martinez will be the one to kick. On the way, header, up, knocked around. Can anyone get it free? It's high in the air and it's out. Who are they going to call it on? It's another corner kick here for the Dragons. I hate to say it, it is going to be really tough if it's in a scrum and somebody kicks it in for me to tell who's going to be the one that kicks it in, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Cale Leach on to attempt a corner kick now. On the way. Knocked up in the air. Cleared out by City High. Nicely done by the Little Hawks. Right back to the middle, though. Chapman's there. Everybody pushing and shoving. Turn to the middle, knocked out. You guessed it, another corner kick upcoming. Isaiah Lamarck continuing to push the pressure on Iowa City High. I know the Little Hawks would love to not be stuck here, having to just guard corner kicks all this overtime. Probably not good for the anxieties. Martinez will try again to hear from the corner. On the way, another header. Out. Who's it out on? Johnston. Iowa City High ball off the goal kick. 7:22 to go here in this one. Long boot down the pitch, knocked up in the air by Eglin. Johnston's back line trying to tighten up here. They'll go near line to Dylan O'Connor. Haven't called his name in a while. That one's knocked out, Johnston ball. Dragons throw in, near line. Nagayan, he'll wait. Another throw in for Johnston. Continuing to sit down here in Iowa City High territory. The pressure is on for the Little Hawks. Nagayan turns, centers. Cale Leach kicked out. What is the call going to be? I believe that's just a throw-in. Yeah, it is a throw-in from the very far corner. He'll launch that one high. Now it's a corner kick. Chapman knocks it out. Or Chappell, excuse me, knocks it out. So a corner kick by Martinez. It's deja vu. Where have I said that before? 5:56 to go here in first overtime. Martinez on the way. Knocked up in the air by Borger Gurman. And City High will clear back. Gabe Egeland right there with it. I tell you one thing, the bugs are starting to come out here as the as the night begins to fall here on County Sports Complex. Also getting a little cooler. Couple substitutions in and out. Iowa City West 30 seconds away from defeating Valley 4-2, so the Trojans look like they're going to move on. This one's going to roll right back to Ben Borger-Gurman. Header in the air by Zethamel. Zimbabwe off the leg of O'Connor. Throw in here for the Little Hawks. Zimbabwe going to work over to the near side. That's knocked out. Iowa City high ball again. And I don't believe we have a ball to throw in. There we go. Iowa City West defeats Valley. 4-2 is your final score, so the Trojans will await the winner of this one. Will it be their crosstown rival Iowa City High, or will it be the Johnston Dragons? There's a corner kick upcoming for Iowa City High. Thought there was a foul, but Zimbabwe will not be the one to take it. It'll be Zethamel. So first corner kick opportunity for Iowa City High in this overtime period. Johnston trying to figure out how they want to attack it. Zethamel on the way. Header bounces out, and it will be Johnston ball. 3 minutes, 47 seconds to go here in overtime number 1. Remember, if they can't score, it's a sudden death. So if no one scores here, we go to overtime number 2, which is another 10-minute period. Long boot down the center. Kyron Pope knocked ahead. Here comes Nagayan. Nagayan with it here. Going to survey his options. He'll go to the near side. Centers to the middle. Nobody's home. City High clears back downfield. Zimbabwe trying to work his way down the pitch. Cole Hansen has it here. He's not going to pick it up. He's actually going to boot it down the middle. A race ahead by Bowman Burt. Burt near side to Zethamel. Zethamel can't get there. Throw in here for Johnston, 2:50 remaining. Who can come away with that golden goal? And if not, we go to penalty shots. Flips a little bit. Trying to keep a hold of it. Martinez up ahead, and that'll roll out and a goal kick, and it looks like we might be headed toward overtime number 2. So 2 games have already completed. .38 seconds to go. Still no score, tied at 2 with 30 seconds left and a goal kick here for Iowa City High. 2 games have already wrapped up around us, and I'm sure everybody's going to come over to this field to check it out. Bowman Burt trying to work his way through traffic. No whistle. Another header in the middle. Bowman Burt's right there. Still continuing to work, and a whistle blows. 8 seconds left. Iowa City High is going to try to be quick with it. 4 seconds, and they're not even going to be able to get a kickoff. And time runs out. All right, well, we're going to overtime number 2. Johnston and Iowa City High tied at 2 apiece. We'll be back in a few minutes. You're watching the Iowa High School Athletic Association State Soccer Tournament provided by the IHSAA. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not done yet. 2-2, overtime number 2. Again, for the second day in a row, I call the first game of the day at 10 o'clock, and I end up calling what I thought would be the fourth to last game of the day. And it might not end till it's the very last game of the day. But, boy, we are in for a good finish. Number 1 seed Johnston tied with number 8 seeded Iowa City High. The number 2 seed has already gone down. Pleasant Valley upset Waukee Northwest 2-1. Iowa City West, the 4 seed, defeated Valley 4-2, and Dowling, the 6 seed, just tied it with 10 minutes to go against number 3 seed at Ankeny at 2. Chaos here at the Iowa High School Athletic Association State Soccer Tournament. Will this game end in regulation? Or will we go to penalty kicks? That is the question. Both teams had their fair share of chances in the first overtime. You're going to start to see more and more people start to gather around this field. I can tell you that because everybody just loves good soccer. Foul on Johnston. Iowa City High will get it back. If you're just tuning in, Iowa City High trailed Johnston early, 1-0. Johnston really had all the momentum. It looked like, well, here goes the 1 seed. And then Iowa City High scored. And then Iowa City High scored again to take the 2-1 lead. Johnston scored with under 12 minutes to go to tie things back up. And now we sit at 2 apiece. Colocho fires, rips around to good! The 1-seeded Dragons survive in double OT. Thanks to A.J. Colocho. That baby just snuck around the goalkeeper, Ben Borger-Gurman. And just like that, the Johnston Dragons survive and advance to the Class 4A semifinals where they will face Iowa City West in a rematch of last year's state championship game. All the credit in the world to Iowa City High. Great game played by the Little Hawks. But they come up just short. Just not even a minute into the second overtime period. What an effort. And what a game put together by Iowa City High. But the number 1 seeded Dragons will not be denied. And they advance to the Class 4A semifinals on Friday to take on Iowa City West at either Drake Stadium or Mediacom Stadium. Both teams kind of meeting with each other in the middle, having their congratulations back and forth. And what a match it was. Alrighty. Well, that will do it for us here today. A 3-2 victory. Johnston defeats Iowa City High. The Little Hawks will get their trophy and everything else presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. What a day. Here it was. We appreciate everyone for watching and following along with our free coverage all day long here at the IHSAA State Soccer Tournament of 2024. On behalf of Aaron, my producer all day, and all of us here in Des Moines, I'm Blake Walker. Thank you for watching the Iowa High School Athletic Association's broadcast of the 2024 State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.